Hi everyone, welcome to V2V channel. First of all, thanks being here for my YouTube channel. See, so far I already completed some quant and reasoning topics. So those information available at our channel playlist. So you can check it out our channel playlist. You can get the each and every information related for all the topics what we are already completed. So in this video, I'm discussing about 2016 prelims reasoning paper. Earlier, we already completed quantitative ability 2016 prelims paper. So there is a two videos. So video 1 consisting of 5 number series question, 5 simplification and 1 data interpretation. And video 2 completely it is a part of miscellaneous related to the quantitative ability. So in this video, I'm going to discussing about the arrangements and the syllogisms and inequality models. Okay, let's start the first question. See, first question is related for circular arrangement. So circular arrangement. 7 persons J, K, L, M, N, O, P are sitting around the circle and facing center but not necessary in the same order. See, so there is a 7 persons who are sitting in a circle and they are facing center means this is the right side people and those are left side people. The first information, O sits second to the right of L. O sits second to the right of L means I can place L anywhere in the circle. I can place here. So O is the second right of L. So this is the first information. And next one. Only 3 persons sit between O and M. So between O and M means we have a 2 chances for clockwise and anti-clockwise. So I just go with a one more possibility. One more possibility. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 positions. And we already confirm L here, O here. Then the next information. Between O and M there is a 3 persons. If you go with the clockwise, so we can place M here, exactly 3 persons. If you go with the anti-clockwise, we can place M exactly here. So the next information, see. P sits second to the left of J. P sits second to the left of J. So we have a chances, okay. And P sits second to the left of J. J is not a immediate neighbor of O. See, in these two positions is not related to J. And only one person sit between P and K. Only one person sit between P and K. Go with all possibilities. Okay, then go with the possibility. So, P is second left of J. So, if I place Z here, definitely this is the P. So, go with the first possibility. If I place Z here, so this is the position for P. But this is already occupied with O. So, we can't place P here. So, J is not here. And we already know that J we cannot place in these two positions. Means, for this possibility, I can confirm that this is the position of J. If it is a J, definitely second position occupy with a P. Then see, if I place P here, between P and K there is a one person. So between P and K means this is already filled and this is already full. Means this is the wrong possibility. Then you can go to this one. See, P is second left of J. P is second left of J means this is the J and this is the P position. And between P and K there is a one person. Between P and K there is a one person means we can confirm K here. And finally we left with a one person, so that is related for N. So this is the complete arrangement for first question. Okay, go to the second question. 7 persons are sitting in a straight line facing north but not necessary in the same order. See, there is a 7 persons. 3, 4, 5, 6 and they are facing north. Not necessary in the same order. See, Q sits exactly middle in the line. See, Q sits exactly middle in the line. So Q sits exactly middle in the line means this is the position of Q. Next. R is the immediate neighbor of Q. R is the immediate neighbor of Q means we have a second possibility. Then see, Q can be placed here. R is the immediate neighbor of Q. R is the immediate neighbor of Q means this is the R position and this is the R position. And only 3 persons sit between U and R. 3 persons sit between U and R means in this possibility there is no chances. 1, 2, 3. So you can confirm that this is U. Same way there is no possibility you can confirm here. 1, 2, 3. There is a 3 persons between U and R. S is the immediate neighbor of U. S is the immediate neighbor of U. S here, L here. T sits fourth to the right of S. T sits fourth to the right of S means first right, second right, third right, fourth right. T is fourth to the right of S. Same thing, see, here there is a no position for right side. Why? Because right side we have only one place that is already occupied with U. That's why, so you can eliminate this possibility. Next, P sits one of the position left of T. P sits one of the left position means this is the only one place that is related for P. and out of all the parameters we left with only one person, we can fix V is the right hand position. So this is the linear arrangement. Okay, next one, see syllogisms. So there is a 5 questions related for syllogisms. Okay, question number 1. All features are attributes. So all features are attributes. All attributes are traits. So all attributes are traits. Clear? So here there is a 2 conclusions. Conclusion number 1. All traits are attributes. All traits are attributes. So all traits are attribute means inward circle. See, if it is a inward circle, always some conclusion follows. If it is outside parameter, all comma some conclusions are follows. Why? Because all attributes they define as a traits, but our conclusion all traits are attributes. That is completely a wrong conclusion. So one is a wrong. All features are traits. See, all features I can define as a traits. Why? Because any outside circle can define as all comma some. So here my conclusion, all features are traits. So all features are trait means answer 2 follows. Okay, see the second one. Some rates are prices. Some rates are prices. All prices are charges. All prices are charges. So go with again 2 conclusions. At least some rates are charges. See, at least some. See, at least some is indicated always by the sum. Then read the conclusion like that. Some rates are charges. See, rates and charges we have a sum intersection. So definitely one is a right conclusion. Second one, all charges are prices. See, all prices we can define as a charge. But our conclusion, all charges are prices, definitely wrong one. So answer 1 follows. Okay, see the third conclusion. Some cost are tariffs. See, some cost are tariffs. Some tariffs are fees. Some tariffs are fees. Conclusion 1. Some costs are fees. See, some costs are fees means there is no direct relation between cost and fees. Definitely that is a wrong relation. See, if you want to go with a sum comma all conclusion, we require direct relationship. So there is no direct relationship between cost and fees. That's why that is wrong. Second one. All cost are fee. Again, cost to the fee, there is a no direct relation. So answer neither 1 nor 2. So there is a no 2 conclusion follows. So go to the fourth question. All notice are warning. See, all notice are warning. No warning is a remark. So no warning is a remark. So conclusion number 1. At least some warning or notice. At least some warning or notice means, see, at least some means that can indicate it as a sum. It means some warning or notice is absolutely true. So that one first follows. Second one, no notice is a remark. See, notice to remark. See, notice to remark. We already know that no warning is a remark. If no warning is a remark and notice is related to the warning, so notice is related to the warning means notice to the remark, there is a no direct relation. He said that no notice is a remark is absolutely true. So answer both follows. Okay, see the fifth question. No thought is perception. No thought is perception. Some perceptions are suggestions. Some perceptions are suggestions. Conclusion number 1. No thought is a suggestion. See, here thought to suggestion there is a relationship. See, why? Because thought and perception there is a no direct link. But perception to suggestion is having a some condition. Means thought become a suggestion. Thought become a suggestion can assume as all comma some. It means I can assume all thought or suggestion. I can assume some thought or suggestion. But he said that no thought is a suggestion is completely a false statement. Why? Because there is a relationship we can assume between thought and a suggestion. Conclusion number 2. Some thoughts are suggestion. Again see, thought to the suggestion, thought and suggestion, again there is a no direct relation, again 2 follows. But here the important thing, see, if any 2 parameters which are same, like first conclusion says thought and suggestion, second conclusion also says about thought and suggestion. See, if 2 parameters which are similar in any 2 conclusion and individually both follows, by joining together, see, by joining together, if you satisfy any complementary pair, the option we can choose as either or. So we have a 3 complementary pairs. Those complementary pairs are some comma some not,
Second one, all comma sum not and no comma sum. If you satisfy any of these complementary pair, those option is related for either or. Then see, so first conclusion discussing for no, second conclusion discussing for sum. Again important, if those objects are similar in the any two conclusion, then see no comma sum as a complementary pair. My option is either 1 or 2. This is the important option. See, these we called as a complementary pair concept. And these are the 5 questions related for syllogisms. Okay, then see, based on number series, there are 3-digit numbers 568, 378, 654, 496 and 476. These are the numbers they given, and they given as a 5 questions. Question number 1. What will be the resultant if third digit of highest number is subtracted from second digit of smallest number? First see, third digit of highest number, here the highest number is 654. So out of 654, so 654, you can pick a third digit, that is 4. And you can pick a smallest number, the smallest number is equal to 378. See, subtracted from second digit, so here second digit is equal to 7. If you subtracted these, we get a resultant of 3. So answer is equal to 3. Then go to the second question. If in all the numbers of position of first digit is interchanged with the third digit within the number, then how many numbers thus formed divisible by 5? He said that first and third digit are interchanges. If you interchanging these digits are, the value become 865. And next number 873. Next number 456. Next number 694, 674. Here, if you interchanging and first and 3 digit, how many numbers which is divisible by 5? We know the rule of divisible by 5. It consisting of units place 5 or 0, definitely the number which is divisible by 5. So out of all these 6 numbers, we have only one number that is exactly divisible by 5. So answer is a 1. Okay, see the third question. If the digit in each number arranged in descending order. See, digits which are arranging in descending order. Descending order means highest number to the lowest number. First I just arranging with the highest to lowest means 865, 873, 654 same as it is, 964 and 764. These are the numbers. If the digits in the each number arranging in descending order within the number and numbers thus formed arranging in descending order from left to right. See, we can write as a descending order from left to the right. Left to the right means descending order means again highest to the lowest number. First highest number is 964 and the second highest number is 873 and next number 865, then 764 and 654. Then which of the following will be third number from left hand? Third number from left hand. Third number from left hand is 865. So answer is a 865. Okay, see the fourth question. If 1 is subtracted from every even digit in each number. See, each number is even digit, subtracted 1 means this is odd digit, this is even digit and this is odd digit. Odd digit. See, odd digit, even digit, even digit. Odd digit, odd digit, even digit. Here question says that 1 is subtracted from every even digit means first number is 557. Second number 377. And next number 6, if you subtracted 1, the value become 553. And next number 395. And next number 374. If 1 is subtracted from every even digit in each number, in how many numbers thus formed digit appear twice? See, 557 twice, 377, 553. Total 3 numbers, the digit which are appeared twice. Then go to the fifth question. If 2 is added to the first digit of each number and 2 is subtracted from middle digit and third digit of each number, then the sum of the digits, how many numbers can form equal to 17? See, if 2 is added to the first digit and 2 is subtracted from second digit and third digit. See, if 2 is added, the value becomes 7. 2 subtracted 46, 746. If 2 is added 5, subtracted 2 and 2, 556. 2 is added 8, 2 is subtracted means 832. If 2 is added 6, the value become 9, 7, 4. If 2 is added 6, subtracted 2 and 2, the value become 5. 654. Then how many numbers that formed equal to 17? Then see, if sum of these value becomes 17. Here some value becomes 17. Here some value become 13. Here some value becomes 17. Here some value become 15. Here my question, how many numbers does form to sum become a 17? So total we have a 3 numbers. So these are the questions related for series. Okay, see the inequalities. C greater than S, H greater than W. For C, we want C become S. C. If you observe all these ones, see. If you observe all these parameters. So S to C, pick a commons. Less than, equal, less than, equal. See, if you have a less than, equal, the common part we have a less than. So definitely we can satisfy the condition S less than C. Clear? Why? Because we know the relations we have less than or equal to and equal. Next, greater than and equal. So these are the priorities of symbol we can consider from inequalities. Then see, we have a less than, equal. So common parameter we have a less than. So we have a S less than C. S less than C can indicate C greater than S. Then second one, H to W. See, H to W, again observe that W equal to I less than T is equal to C less than H. Definitely we can consider W is less than H. If W is less than H, definitely H can be greater than W. So answer both follows. Same thing, see, we need to identify that whether it is a true or false. So E greater than D. Observe that here D, here E. What are that we have? D less than I is equal to A less than or equal to R is equal to E. There is a relation. So between less than or equal to equal. So between all these relation, so we have a priority goes for less than. So option definitely D is less than E. If D is less than E, definitely E is greater than D. Go to the second option, I greater than S. See, I greater than S, if you observe all these parameters, definitely we have I is equal to A, less than or equal to R, equal to E, greater than S. If two difference between the symbol, so we cannot establish any relation. So definitely B is not follows. So answer 1 follows. Okay, see then. So third question, we need to say whether it is a true or false. A is greater than S. See, first of all, see, A here, S here. So between there is a different symbols like C less than, greater than. So between any two parameters, if it is a different symbols, definitely there is a no relation can establish. So option is wrong. Next, you check it out N to L. See, if you go with the N to L, N less than G, G is equal to E less than L. Means definitely we can indicate it N less than L. So N less than L can be indicated L greater than N. So answer B follows. Fourth one, we want to go with the X to U. See, X here, U here. So between there is a different symbols less than and greater than. Definitely there is a no relation established. Then E less than D. See, check it out E to D. See here E, here D. Again we have a two different symbols. If there is a two different symbols between the alphabetical, definitely there is a no relation is established. See, both are not follows. Means answer is neither A nor B. Next, fifth question. So I to D, see, so there is a two parameters, see ID which are same parameters. So I clearly mentioned that if two parameters are same, individually wrong, if both are compare, if you satisfy any complementary pair, there is a chance of either or. Check it out, see, here I, here D. If you observe the entire relationship, I is equal to N, N greater than or equal to C, C is equal to L, L greater than or equal to U, U is equal to D. So definitely the relation is I greater than or equal to D. Then check it out the relation. Then see, I is equal to D. Wrong one. Why? Because we know the answer I greater than or equal to D. Again B. So D less than I can be written as I greater than D. So again B is also not follows. Then observe one thing. See, if two parameters are similar, like a I and D. If any two parameters are same in the any two conclusion, individually follows which each conclusion. By joining together, see, if you join together, we can form as I greater than or equal to D. If joining together, if you satisfy any of the complementary pair, my option we can indicate it as either A or B. So this is the complementary concept. See, if it is a complementary, syllogisms and inequality, definitely there is an option related for either or. See, if it is a syllogism concept, we have a complementary pairs are no comma sum, some comma some not, and all comma some not. If you satisfy any of the complementary pair, we can choose as either or. Same thing, if it is a inequality, there is a two complementary pairs, those are less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. Clear? And the symbols of inequality is always indicated less than, greater than, and equal. See, if these pairs, if you satisfy any of equation, definitely it chooses as either or. So this is the important option we can choose from inequality concept or syllogism concept. And these are the questions from 2016 prelims reasoning paper. Thank you.